of any college football season is cause for celebration. Senior Day, a perfect way to celebrate and remember all of the accomplishments of this group of leaders. Welcome to Raleigh, North Carolina, Carter Finley Stadium, and home to the NC State Wolfpack. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the North Carolina Tar Heels, taking on one of the top teams in this conference, the NC State Wolfpack. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. The Tar Heels will put total leather and will get started. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So NC State's offense takes the field for the first time today. Blowouts in rivalry games can be the result of a number of factors. Sometimes teams start pressing, sometimes it just gets away, sometimes they didn't have the right mindset. The last time they got together, lopsided. What happens this time, David?
But either way, last time affects this time, because all you've heard about is we weren't even...
There he goes! Got enough for the first, and he's still going. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for the responsibilities.
Crosses the 35, out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play, spotted at the 32. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. NC State with a lot of ground to cover after losing yardage on the last play. Back to throw, it's Ventura. Looking to the big tight end. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
That is not good news for this offense, guys. I mean, the defense only brought 3 on that play, and they were still able to get after the quarterback. This O-line has got to play better.
Deep shot for the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
The Tar Heels offense has the ball for the first time. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Looking for a crease to the left. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Makes the grab on the left. He stopped short, and it's 4th down.
Love the coverage and not giving up an inch defensively. Their 3rd down, smothering the receiver. As soon as he caught the ball, down he went. They've got this offense pinned.
Punt is in the air on 4th down. contact. Just shedding tackles. Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Really nice job by the defender knocking that one away in man coverage. And he knew coming into this one that he was going to get attacked and they were going to throw his way. So he's showing you right now. He is dialed in, locked in. Really nice job on that cover.
Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. NC State has work to do to convert this third down. Looking for a man. It's Ventura. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. They'll go to the ground. Gets a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
He'll toss it. Turning it on! They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection.
And you kind of thought in that situation QB might keep it, but makes the right read. Gets it to the pitch man, and what does he do? Gets downhill. Get downhill and get that first down. New set of downs. Nice execution on the option by this offense.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
Well, he did everything he could to try to avoid all those defenders, but at the end, it's still a negative play, tackle for loss.
One defender, then the next one, the blitzing guy got a shot at him. Everybody had a shot. It took a while to get him down.
Yeah, great effort by that defense, not quitting on the play.
Dumps it off in the flats. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And you could tell the QB was going there the whole time, right? Quickly get the football, throw it to the left, get it to your running back in some space, but the defense was ready for it. They were sitting on it, came up and made the play for no gain.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Got it behind the line. It's Bohannon. Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a 3rd down stop. And the Tar Heels line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Probably hope for a little bit more on that one. It'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. So they've put up some early points and now to build on this 3-0 lead. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. To throw, it's Ventura. Got the quick pass. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
Bringing the heat. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming. NC State to bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Punt will bounce out of bounds, and they're going to spot it at the 25. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. From the gun, the give, looking for room. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
This offense has got to get this thing going, man. Nowhere to go. Where do you want the running back to go? He gets tackled for a loss. Offensive line has to block better. They got to create some holes. They've gone nowhere. Several drives, no points. They need something to go right for this offense.
Finds the tight end. He gets it past the 25-yard line and finally knocked out of bounds at the 27. We reach the break. It's NC State on top. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete to the right. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick 6. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
The Tar Heels will snap it on 1st and 10. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Here's the handoff. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Got him downfield. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. There he goes to the right. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Tar Heels.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
You know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. NC State quick to the line.
Well, you got to be able to turn the page quickly on defense. Just gave up a first down on the ground, but here comes tempo. You've got to get lined up.
The give on the option. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
Well, it's clear the coaching staff had a little conversation before this drive, and they said, we have got to run the football. All 4 plays of this drive so far have been runs, and they're taking a bit of an attitude shift here. They want to be physical, and they want to pound the defense into submission.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. The Wolfpack with lots of ground to cover on 3rd down. Back to throw. It's Ventura. And the deflection on 3rd down. How big is that? Forces a 4th down.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
Punt is in the air. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Looking for a physical attack from the gun.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. On the option. He'll toss it. Oh, better look out. Oh, he's got some space. He gets it out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46.
Well, I love the variety in the run game you're seeing from this offense. It's not just going to be conventional handoffs. Won't just be the quarterback, but he's making good decisions. Pitching at that time, that's the right read, and it's not a huge explosive home run type play, but it is enough to help them pick up the 1st down.
Look out, he's got room. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down.
Well, right away after picking up the 1st down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back, and I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on 1st down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
And the Tar Heels with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Off play action. Snagged out of the air. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
And that was a really good job by the defense. Again, keeping everything in front of you in that situation. And now you're rewarded with the 3rd and long. So on this down, we'll see if they bring some pressure or if they lay back and play zone.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
And nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
They'll go right back to the run. Still on his feet at the 45. Still on his feet. Lots of room to run. Touchdown, NC State. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. Boy, did he just scorch that defense for that score.
He shows you all of it, Riggs. He's got the speed, he's got the agility. This dude's a big-time playmaker. You just give him the ball, and he'll find different ways to kill you on different plays.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They'll open this drive, hoping to move it down the field. A touchdown would give them the lead. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Bunch formation for these receivers. He'll do it himself. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Feels as if the whole city of Raleigh is trying to help out the Pack on 3rd down. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Spits it out to the back. It's complete to the left. Short of the sticks. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. Back to pass. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Connection to the right. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Finds his tight end. Breaks into the open. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. It's complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The Tar Heels come to the line in the hurry-up. Looking left. And it'll be incomplete. This physical pass defense.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Really nice third down sub defense there that time. It's third and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, now forcing the incompletion, setting up fourth.
On 4th and 9, the offense will stay on the field. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. And a nice grab with a defender right on him, and he's down at the 20. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And the Tar Heels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback on the keeper. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
How about the speed on defense? Offense trying to get tricky, trying to run the quarterback outside, but the pursuit and the speed by this defense, they got to him quick.
Clock still running, almost certainly the last play of the half. Gets rid of it. Quickly complete. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. Defense going to call a timeout here and give the kicker a little something to think about. They'd love nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. Between the uprights, it's good. And we are dead even after the field goal here in the third. North Carolina State will kick it off to open the third quarter. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner goes down. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Paul? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
They're going to run it. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
The Wolfpack faithful screaming at the top of their lungs, desperate for a third down stop. A little screen to the running back. And he couldn't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. The Tar Heels decide to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Wants to throw. It's Ventura. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the second down misfire. Quickly to the tight end. Just what they'd hoped for on third down as they've got a first at the 32.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
Looking to throw again. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game. NC State has work to do to convert this third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. Oh, man, they've already lost one quarterback today. Now the backup comes in and has to take a shot.
Man, I might think about protecting my QB a little better. I already lost one. Now your second guy gets hit, and you got to keep this guy healthy. You got to keep him upright. You got to protect your quarterback, man.
You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good...
There he goes. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Gets it out fast. And the Tar Heels in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll send the back in motion. The run to the left. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. Back to pass, it's Stewart. He finds a soft spot in the middle. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Quickly complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get 2 bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
Feels as if the whole city of Raleigh is trying to help out the pack on third down. Throws to the tight end. Wide open downfield. Touchdown, UNC! And that one will put them up here in the second half.
It's so nice to have these big playmaking tight ends that are basically oversized receivers. make a play down the field to him, huge catch radius, makes the play, and then I love the run after the catch. These guys can do this nowadays. He does the rest of the work and gets into the end zone.
On the run from inside his own 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. They'll go to work, trailing 17-10 and hoping to put together a productive drive. They make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking downfield, it's Ventura. Right on the money. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
He's showing it all, the juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there.
Touchdown, Wolfpack! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board. Setting up for the extra point and the top.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
The North Carolina offense returns to the field. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive. Looking downfield on first down. Just a hair too much on it from this big-armed sophomore quarterback.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and he falls incomplete.
Got a good one going here. All tied up in the third. It's 2nd and 10. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast and low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. Makes the tackle really strong, disciplined job, and now we have 1 period to play. What a ride. It's been through the first 3 quarters of this game. We are all tied up. Let's check out some stats. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. From the gun, he leaves it with the back.
One of the things you love about this running back is his physicality. He's got great size, and because of that, he can wear defenses down. Those 2, 3, and 4-yard gains in the first and second quarter, they become big gains late. Guys don't want to tackle him, and you're seeing that now.
The Wolfpack with a lot of options on 2nd and short. To the air, it's Ventura. They're working that left side. Turning it on! Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll run it. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss.
And if you want to bring all your tight ends in the game, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bring in more linebackers, more defensive linemen, get ready for the run, less speed on the field, especially when you get down here in the red zone. I feel like I can match up man-to-man with those tight ends in the back end. Nice job understanding a run was coming.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Into the end zone. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Nestled just inside that right upright. And they go back on time. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Zings it complete to the right.
It's definitely the wide receiver's job to create space, right? So whether you're running a go or you're running a hitch like this right here, I got to find a way to push off legally or just create a little bit of space to get some positive yards.
The Tar Heels with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And he needed just a single yard, and he did not get it. What a stout play by this defense. They kick it away on 4th down. Makes the catch at the 35. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, David.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. NC State might think about going for a big one on 2nd and short. Leaves it with the back. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances, and that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Finds his big tight end. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Wolfpack put themselves in a hole here on 2nd down. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
And this is the part of the game where you could really see this guy take over, right? Like, you've got the lead, the big running back. He's physical in the 4th quarter, starting to get a little bit tired. Let's see if he can keep this going.
Headed to the line at the 23, trying to convert this 3rd and short. And the defense had his hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the 1st down.
Man, that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that 3rd and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a 4th down.
NC State looking to convert the 4th down here. Trying to keep the drive alive. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
And that hurts on defense, giving up the first on the ground like that. We're in a one-possession game. You've got all 3 timeouts. I think you got to start burning them here to save some clock.
From the red zone, looking for a receiver. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Headed to the end zone. And he runs it all the way down to the 3 before they get it. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, North Carolina State!
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, we've got a 2-possession lead.
And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll start the return inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Wants to throw on first down. Got out of trouble and throws. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. The Wolfpack faithful screaming at the top of their lungs, desperate for a 3rd down stop. From the gun, wants to pass. He lobs one high down the left side. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down.
I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter. You're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage.
Makes the grab. He's got a first down. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. And the Tar Heels have it with a 1st and 10. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. Wants to go up top. Here's a heat. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. And now when you have a solid lead like this, Jesse, you find out, can you deliver the knockout punch?
And we're expecting them to come out here and just run the football, bleed the clock, let the big uglies up front get some push and ball security, David. That's premium.
Yes, take care of the football. Don't make any dumb mistakes. Be physical. And listen, if they want to load the box, don't be afraid to take a shot.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Now on second down, and we'll probably see another run, and that might do it if they can get a first down. This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed. Taking it the other way. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. And how about this? You get to start a drive with a 1st and goal. Just a little off. Incomplete.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Defense showing blitz here. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. A field goal does not top the list of most helpful things at this juncture, so they'll go for it on 4th down. Big guy smells it. He's not going to make it, and what a big stop for this defense, and they might be able to put this thing away. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. No matter how much college football changes,